over here at 93.7 The Beat with Hard Body Kiati. Shout out to Mixedby20 for making this happen. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. H-Town, what up? What's up, sis? How you doing? That's my sis right here, Ashley, man. Make sure you guys tap in. I definitely have her information in the description box too.
Only other Simone in Texas.
Hello, come on now. Bro, she didn't even know there was Simone's out here. Yo.
I didn't, because I haven't seen them at all. Yeah.
Let's see where we at.
Radio Boss Hard Body Kiati. Y'all know what's going on, man. Growing up, I was a fan of wrestling. No, not wrestling. From the hood, we say wrestling. So you already know, man, anytime events go down here in the city, man, it's always a great thing to be tapped in here, man. Zilla, what's going on? How you feeling, brother?
Thank you, bro. Blessed by the best.
Man. Glad to have you. My brother, Brent, how you feeling?
Good, man. Good, man. Thank you for having us, brother.
Man, first and foremost, for the people that are, checking us out for the first time that may not know, go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
My name is Zilla Fatu, a.k.a. the main one, up-and-coming professional wrestler based out of Houston. So,
Mr. Gilmore, introduce yourself.
And of course, I'm Brad Gilbert, the dress shoe wearing, Ric Flair, good hair having, entertainment world champion.
Hello.
The best thing that happened since you came out the womb. Can I get a woo?
Woo!
Come on now.
Come on. Growing up in G County, anytime, because originally went to high school in League City before we moved out here to Houston. So when you talk about what you guys are building out there in Texas City, I think it's kind of cool. Because for a lot of people out there, anytime you come to Houston, they be like, "Oh, y'all going to the city?" You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
No, exactly. You're actually absolutely right. I grew up in the South Side too, Southeast Friendswood area, Webster. Yeah. And for me, it was always, man, if I wanted to do anything, I got to go 45 minutes all the way to downtown, Toyota Center, see the Rockets play. But now we're actually bringing the community something that they can also be a part of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to have ownership in. Same way this city, we rep Astros, Rockets, and all that. They represent reality wrestling because it feels like it's in their backyard and they're attached to it.
Right. For you, and I feel like every kid has like that dream of like one day wrestling is where I could be at. We whooping cousins, we jumping off beds, bumping heads, in the pool, we fighting everywhere. But how does it feel to actually chase your dreams down and really make that a reality?
It's very unbelievable, to be honest, because at first I didn't have this in mind growing up. Obviously my family is the Samoan dynasty, like the Rob, Yoko, Umaga, Rikishi, so just being part of that growing up, it wasn't, I'm going to do this when I grow up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like when I came home from prison after 6 years, it was just one of the options. So me doing this right now, it's just unbelievable because it just brought me closer to who my dad was. I lost my dad when I was 9 years old. Yeah. He's the reason why we're actually here in Houston, Texas with Booker T. So and Booker's been close with our family for a long time.
For me, I just look at it like, it's kind of wild to be like, I'm not going to pick up and be a part of the family business. Like
that's what I was thinking in jail. I was like, man, it would be ignorant or just wild for me not to go home and not try this wrestling or the family business out,
Right.
So
But also think about it from his perspective too. When you come from a family of greats, it's like saying that Michael Jordan's your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have these greats in your family. How am I going to attain that level? So I can understand it first, but I can rest assured everybody watching this, he has all the tools. We're gonna look at this interview 10 years from now and be like, oh, look at that, man. We got Zilla first. Kiati got him first. You know what I mean?
In
Houston, and the legacy between the Samoan dynasty, the family, and Booker T does go back with Zilla's father, Umaga. The late great Umaga coming down to the city, who'd also pop up at reality wrestling shows a lot, even when he wasn't supposed to. Even when he wasn't supposed to. Popped out. He'd get in trouble for it, but you know what? He also believed in what Booker was doing. He had that belief, and that's why Rikishi sent the Usos down to reality wrestling. Jacob Fatu, who's now a tag team champion in the WWE, came through reality wrestling. Yeah. So it's a family tradition. Booker T really is an honorary Samoan, right? He's honorary.
He is. You got 10% now.
Brad
got 10. Brad got about 10.
There you go. I'll take that.
Brad, for you, brother, I really look at the grind and how the grind is paying off, and just you were like my first friend that I'm like, y'all Brad be wearing suits all the time. I'm like, well, no, we playing basketball, Brad in a suit. What's going on? So for you, just being somebody that just had the dream of, really taking the broadcasting and the media side seriously, how's it been for you being attached to reality wrestling?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's been awesome, man. It's been a blessing. It's a dream come true. I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid. Wrestling, actually. I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid.
Come on.
And I remember seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin on television and
Okay.
thinking, this is the coolest person I've ever seen.
Right.
Then, fast forward a couple years, the first show I ever went to was at the Toyota Center. Main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio was taking on King Booker T. This is the first show I ever saw. And now fast forward from that moment, 6-7 years later, I'm sitting in a room with the man, and then we're doing a show together, and doing radio and wrestling. It was literally a dream come true. But I also have to stop for a minute and give you your flowers, because we would be in the same parking lots there at an old place, right? I'd run into you. I'd see the hustle that you had, man, everywhere. Be it in the hip hop community, the sports world, the media landscape, and just know, man, you've actually inspired me a lot. I've watched your journey from afar and up close, and I've been there to see it from the ground up, and where you've gotten to, man, it's amazing. And I just want to also just take a second to acknowledge you, man. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge him.
Come on, love and respect. I always tell people, like, man, anytime they see me, they see we, because I just really be just following the calling, And I think a lot of time for a lot of us, we fight the calling, because for us, we be like, hey, man, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but I'm going over this way, or man, this is where the immediate gratification is at. So, man, sometimes, Jonah, gotta just be like, hold up, pause, but wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I really got bigger plans for you, but I just need you to really lock in and follow the process.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
that
So,
part.
at whatever point it takes to get us to following the process, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, God meets us halfway, right? Like,
Yeah.
He gives us the skills embedded in us at birth. Like, we have a purpose, but our life's mission is to figure out what our purpose is
Right.
and refine those skills.
Right.
And that's our part. He's already done his.
I always like to tell people this, and this might be like one of my favorite sayings of all time. People that know me know growing up, my mom is a preacher. I come from like a long line of PKs, and for me, I understand that that's the part of it that when people be looking for like that added motivation, like, why you treat people the way you treat people? Why you be so nice? Literally coming from that. People always pray to God. They be like, God, please let me get to this mountaintop. And they wake up in the morning to come outside, there's some shoes on the ground. And they be like, God, I asked you to get to the mountaintop. You brought me some shoes. That ain't what I prayed for.
Yeah.
And what God telling you is every lesson that you need to learn, you're going to learn walking up the mountain. So when you get to the top of the mountain, you're going to stay at the top of the mountain. The people that you got to drop off at the top of the mountain, they're not going to make it. Because believe me, for every up, you got to remember you coming down. Whether that be voluntarily or involuntarily. So, man, I'm going to take that process. So I'm like, let me walk this way. Let me skip. Oh, that was the person that was nice to me on the way up. Going back down, let me see what I can do to help get them where they're going. You know what I'm saying? So even when you talk about just a testimony of, now I had to go sit down for a minute. Boy, you're like, wait, what? You had to go sit down 6 years. And you're still grinding and still working. And even the setback didn't stop you. The setback just was kind of like, you know what? Let me really lock in on what my calling is. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we always pull up for those stories. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody that's behind them walls listening, keep going, man. Keep going. Pause don't mean that the tape has stopped. That just means it's paused for a minute. When you press play, you got to get right back to where you press pause at, where you stopped at. Real talk.
Right.
Come on. For you, outside of the ring, is there like another passion? Like if you weren't wrestling, what would you be doing?
Music, man.
Come on now.
Yeah, music or working out. That's why when you said working out this morning, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, come on. No, come on,
Gotta
listen.
get the workout in. It's coming out,
But last year, when he made his debut, I was sitting there ringside. I got the best seat in the house.
Come
no,
on.
no mistake about it. 1,100 people there strong to see him, for his first match ever. It was in front of 1,100 people, in front of a record crowd for reality of wrestling. Now, what was going through your mind? I just want to know. I never asked you.
I was nervous. I was nervous. When you see me came out there and I was like this, it's because it wasn't because I was like locked. I mean, I was locked in, but it was just nervous because I forgot how to breathe. Because if you see me go to the front stage to the hard camera, I was like this. that was really that breather, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just real nervous, but I'm excited. You know, shout out to Booker T for giving me that opportunity to do that because I didn't know I was gonna debut that soon, you know. So shout out to Book, man.
Man, we cannot wait to pop out and show them. And listen, give me your IG and stuff so they can tap in. And
All my social media is under one name, Zillafatu, Zillafatu. So go tap in, man.
Give me your social real quick.
It's at Brad Gilmore everywhere. But Kenny, when you get in the ring, for real?
Yeah.
Look,
Man,
you can't
look.
just sit. Look, and
Hold on now.
he came with his arms
Come
out.
on.
You saw
Yeah,
that, right?
he did.
He got his arms out.
After workout.
You asked why I'm always in a suit. That's because I can't show my arms off. You know what I mean?
Man,
And
look,
so,
I definitely want to. I was gonna talk to y'all off camera about like sneaking a brother in. You
For
know,
sure. That's all
you know,
good.
you know, like I just gotta, figure out. I know you got the best seat. I just need the seat next to the
Next
best.
to you.
I got you.
Yeah.
You know, if y'all need somebody to bring you out, you
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like
What, you want to do a little guest commentary?
yeah. Listen, it's gonna be like Snoop at the Olympics.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah,
ready
come
to
on.
go.
Yeah, that
Ready
part.
to go.
That
Bro,
part.
invite me,
Yeah.
brother.
Come on, brother.
All right, listen
Come on,
now,
pull up, man.
we gotta talk about my reality of wrestling deal. We'll get back to you guys. Definitely go show the love and the
Yeah.
support. I always tell people this. People wonder why we have so many great relationships with people because we build early. Don't let the brother get out of your reach and then you, man, I wish I could have, we should have. Man, at one time, nah, really go pull up, come get your pictures, come get your content. Because you know the world revolves around content. Going down in Texas City. Hey, y'all support, man. It's 93.7 The Beat.
You guys go anywhere. I don't care if you leave the house or wherever. Make sure you guys clean your hands, wash your hands. And if you're at work, make sure you wash your hands.